I think we are damn underrated and we need more credit. Like for me, I need more credit. I need to be making more damn money on this thing. And I should be in a mansion right now. I should
No,
I should I should be in the basement of a mansion and not a small one family house. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Dominic Rich and Finn Kraus from the Finn Kraus Football Channel, and this is episode 2 of Over Under, where we ask each other about 5 things and we respond on whether that thing is, or that player is overrated or underrated or properly rated. So what I want you to do is to play the game in the comment section down below as well. So without further ado, let's get into this episode. So Finn, what do you think of Neymar? Overrated or underrated?
Ooh, okay, well, this is kind of a tricky one. Look, obviously, over the last few years, it's Messi or Ronaldo, and majority of people seem to say Neymar. I'm not going to lie, I tend to think Neymar's a bit overrated. I think, yes, maybe to an extent he was the best player, bar Messi and Ronaldo, for quite a few years, but I don't know. I think especially moving to PSG, that tend to ruin his career. I think his antics with rolling on the ground, I'm pretty sure he had more rolls on the ground than goals in the World Cup, unfortunately. So, but you know what? I think he's had a spectacular career, but I just don't think he's as good as people let him out to be. I think he's a bit overrated.
I like Neymar though, but I think he's a little too extra, man. You know what I mean? It's like maybe if he stayed at Barcelona, he could have reached the heights that everyone projected him to reach. But going at PSG kind of changed that trajectory, and he's always been injured. So Neymar, get your act together. Wait, for PSG, you think he's overrated in his club career, but what about his international career though?
Oh, I think he's fun because what's his second top scorer after Pele? That's not a bad list of players to be in, especially considering the attackers that have been playing for Brazil over the years. So, you know what? Internationally, he's been very, very successful. But in terms of a career as a whole, unfortunately overrated, but internationally, he's okay.
Love that. Love that.
All right, so my first question of overrated or underrated is going to be the England national team.
Oh, dang. I would have to say the England national team is one of the most overrated national teams on planet Earth. Most likely in this universe, this galaxy that we live in, this part of the galaxy. Because look at the talent that they have. They have a lot of good players, but they don't win anything. The only thing they have won was the 1966 World Cup that they hosted. You see what I'm saying? I think England had a very good chance to win the 2018 World Cup, but this whole it's coming home thing kind of, I think it put a lot of pressure on the players, and they crumbled. They really, really crumbled. They folded. They placed 4th. And they had another opportunity to win the inaugural Nations League, and I think they came 3rd in that one. And it was I don't know if there was an "if it's coming home" slogan, but let's see if there'll be an "it's coming home" slogan for the Euros once again. But I would have to say the team is damn overrated, man. Seriously, I think it's overrated because they should win something. I can't.
So it's not coming home.
I can't say they're underrated. You see what I mean? A team that I would say is underrated, the epitome of an underrated team would be Scandinavian nations of Sweden and Denmark.
I tend to agree.
England, overrated, big time.
Yes.
All right, Finn, football YouTubers.
Football YouTubers, now that's tricky. I'm going to say properly rated. I don't know the whole YouTube scheme in general in terms of how much credit everyone gets, but I think if you look at YouTube views for football YouTubers, I think personally the ones that I watch, look, obviously I gain a lot of information from it. It's always great to see insights of other people's opinions, especially with football, such a huge spectrum that can be looked at. But I would say properly rated. I think they get a lot of views. I think they can be very entertaining. So as a platform in general, I would say properly rated. I think they deserve it.
I disagree with you. Underrated, bro. Underrated. You know why? You know why I say underrated? Because the type of work that we have to put in to actually get the videos out. I'm talking about those that put in that time and put out that quality stuff. We should get more credit. I think more of us should should have more success, and you could see the major networks are kind of pivoting towards that style of content as well, and integrating the football YouTubers on their platforms. So I think we are damn underrated, and we need more credit. Like for me, I need more credit. I need to be making more damn money on this thing, and I should be in a mansion right now. I should be in the basement of a mansion and not a small one family house.
No, I get you. I get you. I think the YouTubers that have made it, I think they're properly rated because they're given the credit like the football game.
Bro, that's a handful.
It is a handful, but for lower rated, for us that are down here, I think we deserve.
I'm talking about something. the one man armies like me, like yourself, or like the other one man armies out there making football content. I'm not talking about the guys who put together a production team and a bunch of... No, I'm talking about that individual YouTuber. But let's move on, though. We are highly underrated, and I'm peeved.
You're talking about these people, aren't you? You're talking about these people, aren't you? The people who have done all that.
Exactly. You see what I'm saying? I wish I could turn around my stuff, but my stuff is kind of stationary too, but still.
Underrated.
Let
me get everything in place. There we go. Back to life. Back
to reality.
Okay, so
however do you want it? However do you need it? However do you want it? However you need it?
I sing that 24/7.
All right.
All right. So the next overall underrated player / thing I have for you / manager is going to be Carlo Ancelotti.
I think Carlo is properly rated. He won the Champions League twice, I think, and he has a lot of accolades under his belt. He has been at a lot of big clubs. I can't remember all of them right about now, but the man is a legend. You see what I mean? And
living legend.
Tell me about it. And he ended up at Everton, and I think to take on a project. And he's doing well so far. I think he's overachieving at Everton. Some people may look at Everton's form and say, it's very inconsistent. But I think to be in the top 7 right now, and last time I checked, they're in the top 7. Are they? Let me double check real quick.
They're on the way to Europe at this stage.
Premier League table. They should be top 7 right now. Everton, I think Everton are actually 7th, Yeah, Everton are 8th.
That's not bad. That's overperforming. And let me just tell you, as a Manchester United fan, it breaks my heart to know that for Paul Pogba, we paid more for Paul Pogba than Everton played for Decore, Allen, and James Rodriguez together. Can I just mention that?
Exactly. So Carlo have done some good, work at Everton. Everton have done some good business and some good recruitment. And the recruitment of Carlo Ancelotti is underrated too. You see what I'm saying? Because they could have went for anybody else, but you could see their ambition. They went in for a big manager, and hopefully they get at least a Conference League. I think Carlo would be happy with a Conference League. He's a humble man. He's not being like, oh yeah, I used to play Champions League before, No, he took on Everton and he's doing great. I think Carlo Ancelotti is properly rated. All right, Finn, the USA national football team.
Oof, okay, well, it's tricky because I think they're one for the future, definitely. They can be overrated, they can be underrated. Obviously, we've seen that in recent qualification eras. But I think as a team in general, I think they are probably underrated, to be honest. Even when they lose, I think that they're still underrated in terms of people don't quite understand how powerful this team is going to come once the 2026 World Cup rolls around. I think it is a powerful young team going forward. And people are, I think, looking down at them because they're not that successful now. But in terms of people understanding their ability, I think heavily underrated.
I don't agree. Overrated.
You don't?
Overrated. You know why? Overrated. The whole regime is overrated. It's the whole regime. Maybe not the players or the team per se, but the regime. Because tell me why you have a whole bunch of young players who could have participated in those Olympic qualifications, and you have them playing a friendly against Jamaica and Northern Ireland. You see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying.
Like that, those friendlies were very irrelevant. So what they could have done, they could have done a mixture of, putting some of the youth, some of the very good ones on the Olympic qualifying team, and put some of them in the friendly to prepare for the World Cup qualifiers and the Gold Cup. World Cup qualifiers aren't coming around soon, but Gold Cup, you see what I mean? And
I see what you mean.
What Greg Berhalter was saying, Finn, was, they're going to have a separate squad for the Olympics and a separate squad for the Gold Cup. What ended up happening? No Olympics. So what you have to end up doing is you have to try to integrate some of the guys who were in the Olympic qualification now into the Gold Cup squad. You see what I mean?
I see what you're saying. So the regime is overrated, but players, I don't know. I still think players are.
I know what you mean. The 2026 World Cup is coming up. They have a good crop of young players. You could say they're underrated because of the potential that could be unlocked for that tournament that the US is going to host. But overall, the USA national team regime, the whole US men's national, it's overrated. They don't have no sense over there. Let's just put it that way. Yeah. You see what I mean? Because I don't mean to go on, but it's a topic that it's like Finn. Just take a few of these guys and put them in the Olympic team. Just get past Honduras, man.
Just make sure you win. Make sure you win.
Make sure you qualify for the Olympics, and then you could now put a pool of players back together and work towards that squad. Organize a few friendlies, with some club teams, but they don't know what they're doing. Let's move on. I'm getting pissed off.
So the next player I have for you is one that I personally do find world-class, but I know lots of people don't. So I want to see your understanding of this or your opinion. But Luis Suarez.
Luis Suarez. What do you mean? As a person or as a footballer?
No, not as Chewy Suarez, not as in he'll bite you Suarez, but as a player, as the career he's had. What do you think of Luis Suarez's career?
I think it's been a proper career. It's been a properly rated career where he has been very, very, very successful, both with the national team and with the likes of Ajax, Liverpool, and Barcelona, and now even Atletico Madrid. Suarez is a beast. Suarez is a beast. Literally a beast. You get it? You get the man is a beast.
I got you.
A very feisty player, very, very dirty player, very gritty player. But overall, that's what you need. You need players not to be so timid. You need them to go out there. Yeah, you need them to go out there and take the game to the opposition. And he has a lot of antics as well, where he goes down a little too easy, play acts and But I think Suarez's career has been properly rated. People rate Suarez. There could be games where he could go absent, like the recent game, Atletico Madrid. Who beat Atletico Madrid? I kind of forgot. There's been so much football. Yeah, Chelsea.
Yeah.
He disappeared. He just disappeared. You know what I'm saying?
I tend to agree, yeah.
Guys, we are digesting a lot of football. I'm getting heartburn. I'm literally getting heartburn from the over-digestion of football. Seriously. Ben, for real, bro. International breaks used to be 2 matches per break. Now it's 3.
Yeah.
Now it's 3 per each team, which means with almost 200 teams, we have how many more games? 200 multiplied by 3?
Dare I say too much football?
Split in 2. We have about 300 more games, like almost 300 more games. Maybe not so much, but still, you get the point. A lot of games. But Suarez, properly rated. All right. The German national team.
Oof, I don't know. I think they are properly rated to an extent because I think they've achieved a lot. It's a very strong team, and I think people do rate them. But although not the question, I think they're an underperforming team. So to an extent, I would say player-wise, they're underrated because I don't think people necessarily understand like individually how strong they are, but overrated. I would say they haven't achieved as much as people thought they would. I think they've got spectacular players. They've probably got 3 world-class players almost per position, but they haven't achieved what they should have achieved. So you know what? I'm going to say overrated, especially because look, okay, I'm sorry Chelsea for doing this, but 2 German players, for example, and Timo Werner and Kai Havertz. Those are just 2 examples of players who people say, oh yes, you're going to see Manchester United are going to be chasing Chelsea. Where are you? No, I'm sorry. Your players underperform, overrated.
Yeah. Because I thought you were you're like underperforming. You're saying some things are underrated, but I knew you could not say that. I knew you had to say they're overrated because look, no disrespect to Macedonia though, but how do you lose to Macedonia as a 4-time World Cup champs?
Yeah. I back my chances of South Africa beating them. I think South Africa could have a chance versus North Macedonia. How do you do that?
Oh, I thought you said Germany. Kind of like I don't know about South Africa. Listen, I don't know about South Africa.
Look, I'm.
Oh, by the way, guys, Finn is from South Africa. If you don't know, but Finn, South Africa, I don't know, bro. You guys just did not make it to the African Cup of Nations. So yeah.
I don't know if I want to talk about that. That's a very depressing.
I know.
We've got some exciting players here and there, but as a team, I'm not expecting us to be anywhere within the next few years. Give us 5-10 years maybe, but nothing at the moment.
Yeah, but the German national team definitely overrated. They have hit new lows. Get it?
I saw you doing that. Okay, so for over the last 10 years, we've seen a huge Messi, Ronaldo dominance. And of course, the player to break that, I'm going to ask you, under or overrated Luka Modric?
Luka Modric.
I
think Luka Modric is very underrated. He won the Ballon d'Or, and people were saying, "Oh, why did he win the Ballon d'Or? He didn't deserve the Ballon d'Or." Why? The man deserved the Ballon d'Or. The man carried Croatia on his shoulder. You see this guy at the World Cup? This guy's small, and just his movement and his skills and his abilities and his leadership qualities. Luka Modric deserved that Ballon d'Or. He didn't really live up to the hype after the Ballon d'Or win, but before that, man, let's be real, the man was a juggernaut, man, and what he did for Croatia, I think, helped him, and winning the Champions League with Real Madrid as well helped him, and multiple Champions League. So he deserved it. It was won on merit. Best midfielder in Europe. He won a lot of things, and I think he's a highly underrated player that deserves more credit. You know when we're gonna start giving him his ratings? When he's retired, and 10 years from now, when we have some no good midfielders, we're gonna be like, oh man, remember Luka Modric? Remember Luka Modric?
I tend to agree. Yeah. No, I see where you're coming from. Because, people are expecting this. Look, not everyone can do it. Some players can. But people are expecting this 33, 34-year-old to come out of a World Cup and be the best in the world for many years. I agree. I tend to think he was underrated. You don't have to have the most goals and assists to be the best midfielder. What he did was he did a remarkable job that year. And as a career, very remarkable player.
Yeah, but I do think you need goals and assists, though. That wins you games.
It does, but it's not all that matters. It's not all that matters.
Yes, it does. Goals and assists matters, bro. Trust me.
Yeah.
If you get look, I'm not even gonna get into this conversation. But guys, that was episode 2 of Over Under with Finn Kraus. Okay, I hope you enjoyed it. Finn, it was a fun experience. And let's see if we could do this again another time. Okay.
Yeah.
So guys, thanks for watching. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Head on over to Finn's channel. A link would be in the description box down below. Like the video if you like it. And from your boy Finn and I like to say thanks for watching. Peace out. Rich Squad. Peace. Yeah, see, that was good.